There you are, Amaterasu. I thought I could handle this before you arrived, but it seems I have met my match. This brings back memories, ma chérie. Remember when we faced Orochi together on the celestial plane? Behold, it is shrouded in darkness, but make no mistake. This is none other than Yami, the evil ruler of darkness. It was he who slew the Celestials on board this very ark, and brought misfortune upon the land of mortals. Of course, it's too dark to see his true form now. And so it begins. The dreaded day of darkness is upon us. Distorted time and space brings about this phenomenon. This ill-fated day only occurs once every 100 years. Nobody, not even the gods, has the power to stop it. Still, I shall stand firm and fight this battle. For it was I who brought the Ark of Yamato to the celestial plane. But I was oblivious to the evil that lurked in its depths. I caused the death of countless innocent celestials, and brought a curse upon the land of mortals. However, I cannot reset my actions, nor undo the past. Amaterasu, Orochi can only be defeated with the power of the Chosen One. That's what I told you, and you waited for me without question. You waited patiently in this land of mortals. You waited for the day that Nagi, the Chosen One, was born. You believed in me, despite knowing that I count myself among the ranks of the accursed Moon Tribe who had escaped from the lunar realm. I was deeply moved by your earnest spirit. That is why my faith in you has not waned since that fateful day, when we engaged Orochi in battle, side by side. Amaterasu, you must return to the celestial plane. You must do so in order to bring peace to this world. Oh, Doko Yami! creator of all that is evil, and father to all demon kind, enemy of Amaterasu, creator of all that is good and mother to us all. And we're up against him with no brush techniques. Best we can do is just dodge out of the way. And I gotta say, I love the final battle music. Just listen. Best we can do is just our basic attacks. Dodge out of the way whenever he tries to attack. And lo and behold, he'll eventually spit out our first technique. Giving us back our divine instrument, Solar Flare. You retrieve rejuvenation. The power to restore that which is broken. Such as the Arc of Yamato that Yami is, well, going around destroying. We still can't do a whole lot of damage, so just keep on dodging out of the way, healing all the parts of the Arc of Yamato that he has destroyed. And that wasn't enough, really? Well, I don't see any smoke. There we go. Can I restore the arc this time? Yes, I can. By the way, I love Yami's design, and we can't really do anything about those. Go ahead and restore the arc some more. By the way, I just love Yami's design. How he's just a tiny little frail fish inside this massive object that is essentially a tank. I guess it really shows how evil by itself can't really do much, but if left unattended, can't amass enough power to actually do things. Terrible things. You know, such as destroying the world. Quickly restore that before we fall down. And he destroys it again, really? Not doing so well during the final battle. Just keep on attacking him as much as you possibly can. Before he spits out another technique. You retrieved Power Slash. Well, this will stun Yami, which we can go ahead and slice him to do some massive damage. We can also fire back these rockets that he shoots out, which are actually, actually no, they're not clay soldiers. He does eventually. Now he sends out his third, well, our third brush technique. Green Sprout, the power to revive plants. Originally it was just used to bloom plants, but later we gained the ability to draw lily pads and also grapple onto Konohana blossoms. With Yami's done, we can actually bloom him like a flower to display his true form. Again, I love how his true form is just a tiny little fish. Just keep on attacking him. And quickly get out of there. Go ahead and power slash these rockets. He'll suddenly get stunned, which allows us to open him up. And then we can power slash Yami's true form. Power slash, and power slash. Pretty easy final boss fight, right? Nope. Here comes his next phase. Which is pretty much... can't really do much save for dodge out of the way as much as we can. Got to wait for him to cool off, just run. And keep attacking him. Power slash doesn't really do a whole lot. Except, now, he creates some platforms which you're supposed to get back on top so that you can actually do some damage to his true form. There we go. Now get up to him and start doing some actual damage. Get out of the way when that happens, and just rinse and repeat. This is Cherry Bomb. At first, we can only draw one Cherry Bomb, but later we can draw two, and then later three. Go ahead and get up to Yami. Draw one. Draw two. And draw three to blast him open. And he's actually pretty low, so we can actually do a ton of damage right off the bat. Get off. And have him drop our next brush technique. This is Water Spout. This allows us to control water. And we can also, and later we can use Deluge. This causes the terrain. If you have not deluged yet, well, you got these fountains over here that would extinguish the flames on Yami, allowing us to go ahead and draw another Cherry Bomb. Excuse me. Now he's gonna get more difficult getting up. Wow, I'm having some failure getting up to him. And he's already down, so oh well. And okay, I guess we've done enough damage to him previously in order for him to drop another technique. This is Crescent, which allows us to draw the moon in the sky, transitioning night into day. It was also used to defeat Orochi, and sure enough, if you use Crescent in the sky, Nagi will just appear and slice Yami's tank in half, allowing us to do massive damage to Yami himself. Now here's a parallel that I really wanted to talk about. And here's a really cool attack where he acts like a snake. Ow. But, I've actually checked online to see if other people had this opinion, and through that, I've realized that, yeah, there are at least 2 people out there who, notice this as well, but you know how Yami is a fish who, seems to have a connection with the destruction of the Moon Tribe and all that? I remember another fish who attacked the moon, or in the very least, a reflection of the moon. That's coming close. Stun Yami. Actually, it would be easier to use Crescent and just have Nagi slice him in half. That way I don't have to worry about the platforms at all. But back in Agata Forest, we had Whopper. Whopper, who ended up swallowing the reflection of the moon in Agata Forest, causing it to be submerged in darkness. I have to wonder, is there some connections with Yami? Some connections between Whopper and Yami? Because obviously there are those parallels. Anyways, he suddenly became a slot machine, which is still spinning even though that we brought up the brush menu. He proceeds to attack with ice. Then these things, which I don't believe we can deflect back. Nope. And causes damage to us. Can we deflect these? Yes, you can. And he sends out another one. I think this is pretty cool form. How it's like a slot machine. Second time through? Will guarantee Yami coming out to, well, drop another brush technique. This is Gale Storm, which allows us to extinguish flames by blowing wind. Later, we upgraded it to Tornado, which tosses enemies up into the air. Now we will spit out fire, which allows us to demonstrate just our power of Gale Storm. Another slot machine, let's see where this lands us. Fire, which we can extinguish with Gale Storm. Ice, which we can't really do much about, save for dodge out of the way. We got these things that we need to power slash. Seems like we need to power slash 3 this time. Or no, a whole bunch of them. Let's try another lottery. Yami symbol, which produces another brush technique. This is Inferno, the ability to control fire. Later, we upgraded it to Fire Burst, which allows us to create fire. Again, we can demonstrate that by melting all this ice that Yami is producing. Actually, let's go ahead and melt the rest of this ice and fail. He'll drop a bunch of health to restore us. Then we got some ice that we need to take care of with Inferno. And some more health. We are now fully restored. Thank you, Yami. I never thought that I would be thanking the Emperor of Everlasting Darkness. And yes, that's what his Japanese name translates as. Doko Yami no Sumiragi translates as Emperor of Everlasting Darkness. More ice. These orbs, which we'll try to take 2 out at a time. And let's try again. Another brush technique. This is Veil of Mist, which allows us to slow down time. This shall make the slot machines much easier by slowing it down, and then Power Slash whenever we see Yami's symbol. There we go. This will cause him to malfunction, and Yami will pop out. We can then use Veil of Mist to do massive amounts of damage to him. And that's cool. Otoimi, appears to, no, wait, that's Himiko, sorry. But she appears whenever we use Veil of Mist. One more form. Let's go ahead and use Power Slash whenever he exposes his true form. Seems to be a robot now, and I failed to dodge out of the way. Makes you wonder, did he steal this technology from the Moon Tribe or something? Because it does seem like advanced technology, and it's implied that all the other advanced technology might have came from the Moon. He's exposing himself again, so get us another Power Slash. Or we can use Thunder Beads as well. Jump out of the way as he sweeps the floor. Let's go ahead and deflect all those rockets. And he's actually smart enough to go back inside. He opens up his bum hole, and there we go. Another brush technique. This is Catwalk, giving us the ability to draw paths from cat statues, which allows us to walk on walls. It's kind of useless in this battle, except for getting on top of those pillars and grabbing some items. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about those swords yet, but we do know what they're used for. I'll go ahead and sweep the floor. We'll just keep on attacking Yami with the Tundra Beads. Or Power Slash. And he got out of the way before I can hit him. Power Slash these rockets. And out of his bum hole, which yes, I do believe that is his bum hole. Well, actually, if he had a bum hole, it would be on his actual body, the fish, but you know what I mean. Again, fish. There is obviously a connection between Yami and Whopper. I know Whopper appears very early in the game and played no significant part, but still. But anyways, I believe that was Thunderstorm, which allows us to control lightning. Later, we got Lightning Storm, which allows us, or rather Thunderbolt, which allows us to create lightning, and yes, he did come out of the robot spot. Go ahead and use Veil of Mist to slow down time, giving us more time to attack Yami directly. Again, I love this design, I love the music. This is just an overall really cool battle. Especially how it makes you use all the techniques you've learned throughout the game. That is amazing. And here we go, with Blizzard, allows us to control ice, and immediately gave us the ability to create ice as well with Ice Storm. just strike some ice to freeze some Yami, causing him to be exposed for longer periods of time. He'll use those 9-strike swords again. We'll run up to Yami so that we can, using Veil of Mist, and keep on attacking him like usual. Since that is our last brush techniques, that's a good indicator that we're almost done with this battle for real. Let's go ahead and power slash slow him. And these. Now he's going like super crazy now that he is at low health. But come on. Darkness will always fall to light. That's how physics work, and I hate how every time you go near the statues it changes the cameras around, but there you go.
Hey, not bad, Furball. Well, you know the drill. Let's have one of those famous howls of yours.
I haven't seen the doggy for a while now. Did my saying there's no such thing as gods cause all this?
Snowy, the whole digging king. I never dreamt that you were a god. You're gonna make Hayabusa a nervous wreck if you don't get that sun shining again soon.
Amaterasu, thanks to you, we can protect our village by ourselves. But you must be strong and triumph over evil, for the canine warriors so dearly wish to see you once more.
That god sure was burning with passion. I don't know what happened, but if that mongrel doesn't come out of hiding, I'll have to send up a really big one to reignite that passion.
Oh, so that Beowulf was really a god. Perhaps I should have made an offering of my bamboo ware. It may be my fault that the sun has ceased to shine.
Who would have ever thought that rascal was really Shiranui reborn?
My, how that god loved my cherry cakes. Could this darkness be caused by hunger?
Uh-oh.
The boss is praying.
Snowy, did something happen to you? Why has the sun suddenly disappeared?
Fido won't roll over and play dead for evil. No brother of mine would dream of it. Ha ha ha! The meat in your brushwork touches the heart, Isun. You never abandon your life as an artist after all. When one tries to master something, it ends in neither success or failure. But it is in the attempt itself where you find the true value. Believe in your own power and walk your own path.
Isun, I see you have finally heeded your calling. Your resolve is plain to see in your drawing. It has the power to move people's hearts and inspire their faith in the gods. Amaterasu, their faith shall be your power.
He did it! My grandson did it! Look at the spirit behind this beautiful brushwork! He surely deserves the title of Celestial Envoy. It's works like this that can show the true glory of the gods and guide people to the right path. There's one thing I'm sure of, Amaterasu. You found a much better companion than I could ever be.
Okay, everyone. I know it's kind of hard to see in this darkness, but get a load of my latest work. Isun, the wandering artist, presents his interpretation of the great god Amaterasu. Can you hear me, Yami? You're not floundering about without me, are you? You gotta pull yourself together. I finally chose my path, and I have the resolve to see it through. I started to roam the land
Fantastique, Amaterasu. What a long and winding world it's been, ah, ma chérie? But at last our arch-nemesis, Yami, the Dark Lord who brought darkness upon the land of mortals, has been annihilated for all eternity. I must say, I was really surprised by your little bouncing friend. You couldn't have done it without him. That tickles! Down, heel! You're going to lick me to death! Well, Amaterasu, time to embark to even stormier seas. Making the world a better place is never easy. You must return to the celestial plane and set things in order. Only then can you usher in a new age of peace in the mortal world. Our journey is far from over, ma chérie. Now, full speed ahead. First, stop the celestial plane.
The band is in heaven, eh? Hey, sounds like fun. You remember what I said the first time I met you, Ami? There's no stopping me once I've made up a decision. So I'm going Furbo, and there is no way you're gonna stop me. I'm gonna pull out all the stops and inspire people's faith in you. You're gonna have more believers than you know what to do with. You see? Until then, take care of yourself, you big Furbo.
Well, that was my Let's Play of Okami. Great game. Was a lot of fun playing it and left me feeling that I wish I played this game back from when it was on the Wii. Then again, this game is one of those amazing games that, despite being critically praised, did poorly with sales, but did gain a following later on. Kinda have to compare it to Earthbound in that perspective, except Earthbound wasn't received well by critics. Anyways, I said very early on that I liked how they went with the ink painting art style, which sets it apart from other games at the time that tried to go for a more realistic approach. It's actually kind of funny considering how this game was originally planned to have a hyper-realistic graphics style. In the past, people have mentioned to me how this game has a great soundtrack, but until recently I never got around to listen to them. Overall, I have to say some tracks were more memorable than others, but this game does contain some of the best music tracks ever. Some of them, like Kamui's theme, I dare say sound great by themselves. If I do have one gripe, it's the credits music, which is just a medley of songs that previously played in the game. However, in the Japanese PlayStation 2 and 3 versions, what would play instead is a remix of the song that plays during the final battle as the residents of Nippon pray to Amaterasu. This song is called Reset and even comes with lyrics sung by, I hope I don't butcher this name, Ayaka Hirahara. I am not exactly sure why this song was replaced. Maybe there is some kind of legal action that I'm not aware of. In the Wii version, the credits don't play at all and just go straight to the end screen, so I guess this is better than nothing. Cinematics are great.
Some I wish weren't pre-rendered, as it is kinda jarring to be carrying an item only for it to disappear during the cutscenes. Ignoring that, I do like how the developers found a way to make each character expressive, despite having so little facial details on these characters. Even Amaterasu, who is a mute protagonist, is shown to have a carefree personality just from the way she behaves in the cutscenes. I do enjoy the story, but it feels rather disconnected. As soon as you defeat Orochi, it feels like starting another story altogether, and I get that same feeling again when you defeat Ninetales. Not that it causes me to dislike the story, I still like it overall. I still understand and really enjoy the cultural references, but it does seem to be dragged out over multiple plots that don't really feel all that connected. On the other hand, I do really enjoy the dungeons. While each of them are rather short, they are very fun to navigate. This game gets compared to Zelda quite a bit, but one key difference I found is that dungeon items in Zelda aren't really used that much outside of the dungeon where you acquired them or some optional mini-games. That's not the case for Okami. The dungeon designers made sure that you nearly use all of your brush techniques. With the exception of Blizzard, I felt that there was no brush technique that was ever underused. Though I'm willing to forgive Blizzard because it is the final technique in the game. Overall, I must give this game a 4 out of 5. Great game that I would recommend to anyone, especially if you like Zelda and or Japanese culture. I'm going to miss playing this game. I really truly am. And to get a point across, I almost never give a game a 5 out of 5. I do not believe in absolute perfection, but this game comes pretty close. Still quite a number of things that I don't like, but there are many more things about this game that I do enjoy, and once again, I do recommend that you play this game for yourself, because it was a fun experience. And that concludes this most secret of tales. Well then, I say that's enough storytelling for today. This story contains the hopes and dreams of many fine people. Keep it close to your heart and cherish it. What's that? You want to know why I alone know this tale that no one knows? You listened to the whole story and never figured it out? You missed the whole point! Jeez, what's wrong with you? I suppose I'll have to tell the whole story all over again. You'd best learn to show my brush the respect it deserves. Anyway, I'm tired. Let's call it a day. If you're eager to hear more, I can tell you the rest of the story some other time. Until then, do your best to live up to the heroes I told you about. It's time to roll this scroll up and give it a title. Okami Amaterasu's Adventure. Come back again, okay? Until next time.